Alright, just press the action button. No, Raiden, that's the screen. That's not... Okay, well. That's how computers work, right? Code name. Code name. I mean, we're just gonna go with Onika. We're Onika. Birthday. Well, thank goodness, thank goodness they don't let you put in a year here. Now you'll never know how old I am. I'm not from the UK. I am from the New Jersey. All right. Oh, download. We got to get a patch. Radar type 2, blood on, real-time cutscenes, full screen caption on, own view normal, group unequipped, sure. Return to previous screen.
Good work,
Happens to me when I log onto Discord. Makes sense, yeah.
Remember your
Best way to
VR
have
training
a
sessions.
stealthy hacking
The tool is
nanomachine
exactly
is to
the
make it
same
violently,
It maps
yeah,
the terrain as well
violently
as the
shock
position
the
of
agent
enemy
so he
personnel.
screams in agony.
The bright dot in the middle
Oh,
is you,
that is
Raiden.
absolutely
enemy,
minuscule
and the blue
footage.
cone
Oh,
shape
they didn't
represents
try to
their field of
re-render that
vision.
even a little bit.
Your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use
Hey,
it.
we remember these
It gets
lines.
jammed easily, I'm afraid.
We
It's all
remember
made from
these
currently
lines.
existing technology. You won't be able to use
A
it in
little
an area
weird
with
that
strong
they're
harmonic
just
resonance,
directly
so be
quoting
careful.
what was said before.
The Big Shell's layout map should now be available after touching the Start button.
How do I save the mission data?
I've set aside a proprietary frequency for saves, and an analyst to work on the data too.
Jack, is everything all right?
What are you doing here?
Jack, can you hear me?
Okay.
Rose, you're not supposed to be involved. What's going on?
So here's when I
I'm
start to
part of
have
this
problems
mission.
with the game, and
Colonel,
believe
what
it
the
or
hell is
not,
going on?
Raiden,
it's
meet
not
the mission
necessarily
analyst.
Rose
She'll be
herself.
overseeing the data saving and support.
Why her?
The Foxhound analyst that was supposed to take part in this mission was in an accident. Rosemary was brought in as a replacement.
An accident?
And according to the files,
What I have
she knows
more
you
of an
better than
issue
anybody
with
else.
Rose may be in the service, but
is-
an intelligence analyst is no field officer.
It's
Not
not
to
so
worry.
much Rose
She has our
herself
technical
as it
staff
is
at her disposal.
the relationship
She's never been
between
a part of a field
Raiden
mission.
and
This
Rose
is
here.
Insane.
I have my own reasons for selecting her for this mission, soldier.
Colonel, I fail to see.
I know your VR training performance in and out, but sometimes that's not enough. You're familiar with the Shadow Moses incident?
Yeah, we just beat
You know I
MGS1
covered
earlier.
it in VR.
If there's a crucial tactical detail that case taught us, it was the power of the operative's will to survive.
That's true.
I was trained to fight. My personal feelings have no place in a mission.
We've learned that it doesn't work that way.
Woman comes onto screen
on
and
the
Spike
field,
starts to have
you need
issues.
all the
Curious.
help you can
Listen,
get.
Jack, you're stuck with me whether you like it or not.
I love women,
Rose.
okay?
You need someone
I
to
do
watch
not
your
love
back.
how the particular
I have
lead writer of
conditions
this
that need to be met,
series
Colonel.
handles
What is
them,
it?
and I
I'll
will leave it
inform
at that
Achilles and
until
save that
further.
mission data, but I'm aware that
issues
technically
arise.
I'm not part of the mission control team.
And again, it's not
After
even
all,
Rose
I'm just a
herself. I
normal
actually.
girl who's worried about Jack. But that means,
That
Colonel,
line was pretty
that
terrible,
I am not
actually.
required to follow your orders outside of my immediate duties. Jack is not simply a field personnel for me to track. His safety comes first to me, not the mission. And because of that, I will be monitoring and keeping a record
I
of
have
every
more of an issue
communication you
with
have your
Raiden
Colonel.
in this
Given the
relationship.
circumstances, you're free to do what you see fit.
Hey, I prefer this to being kept in the dark waiting.
I'd like to make a request, if I may.
Of course.
His handle is Raiden. For the duration of the mission, could you call him that?
Yes, sir. All right, Raiden. Let me know when you're ready to turn in a save. The proprietary save frequency is 140.96. I just switched frequencies. Jack?
What?
Immediately then, she's like, okay, Raiden.
April
So
30th.
anyway, Jack,
Is there something special
And-
about it?
Isn't there?
I
this
can't remember. I'm sorry.
is where
Oh well. I'll keep trying till I hear the answer. I'm gonna let you go now, Jack. Take care.
So Rose is kind of written to just be, like a needy, a concerned, but needy, well-meaning girlfriend.
Raiden, the enemy
And
sentry
she's
is
good enough at
regaining
that. Like,
consciousness.
again, she's
Be
kind of
careful,
inoffensive on
Find
her
somewhere
own.
to hide until
Aside from the
elevator
fact that she
arrives.
insists on
You
calling
must
us
stay
Jack
out of
constantly,
sight.
despite the fact you are jeopardizing the mission by calling us like that. But my issue really comes in with Raiden and how he responds to her hints and concerns. Where she's like, hey, by the way, my boyfriend Jack, do you know what day it is tomorrow? And he goes, no, not a clue. I don't know. I can't parse it out. I can't possibly think of what April 30th could mean to you and I as a couple. I've got no idea. Sorry. And then she goes, okay, dearie. Okay, sweetie. You're doing great. You'll be fine. And I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. That's weird. Raiden's a fucking idiot. And the fact that she doesn't dump his ass there is really, really silly. Anyway, let's go up this elevator. So I'm not gonna lay on it too hard because I think Rose is a little unfairly. Oh.
The terrorists call themselves Sons of Liberty.
Oh my God.
Sons of Liberty?
The
Oh, he's
name of
hot.
the leader is Solid Snake.
Oh, that's why she puts up with his shit. Oh, okay, never mind. It's perfectly well written. I
The
get it.
hero of Shadow Moses? So that's why you changed my code name.
Right, but he can't be the Solid Snake. He died 2 years ago on that tanker after he blew it sky high.
Yeah, it's the other guy
Could he
from
have
Fortnite.
survived?
Not a chance.
Yeah, so in all seriousness, though, I do have a bit of an issue with how their relationship is written because
Colonel,
it's just...
I'm on the roof. There are no sentries, but it would only take one to spot me in this light.
You never had
It's very
daylight
clearly
VR
written by
training after all.
an aged
Stay
man.
extra sharp until you can find a node to log in from.
What about the commandos?
I think it's
SEAL Team
ridiculous the
10
way
is landed
Raiden
on
responds
struts
to
B
some of the
and
things
C.
Rose says, and I think
And
it's
the
even
president?
more
Seems
ridiculous
he was spotted on strut B.
the way she just
Strut
kind of
B?
puts up with it, you know? Again,
The
though,
big
he,
shell is comprised of shells 1
mean,
and 2.
he's, you know.
Each unit consists of a central core and 6 struts surrounding.
he is pretty hot, so
the
maybe
whole
that's
thing
why.
is shaped like
Who
two
can say?
hexagons connected end on
Hexagons, we love those.
Exactly. And
They're
you're
good
on the
shape.
roof of strut
Man, this
A,
game does still
shell
look
1
great,
at the
though.
moment.
Like, these zoomed out shots. Crazy to think that
First,
the game
get to
originally
a
came out in
node.
2001.
Log into the network.
end. Got it.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't like Raiden because of what is mentioned there, that, oh, he's not rugged and manly, he's not cool. No, I think Raiden himself is fine. I liked Raiden early on. Keep clear. But I just think the way he interacts with Rose is just... Oh, spoilers, we get an M9. I think the way he interacts with Rose is very grating, especially considering all of the chemistry and fun codex that we had in MGS1. Now we have to deal with this very ill-advised toxic relationship. You know, before I go in there, though, let's take a look. The big shell is pretty cool. Yep, we can go to all of the... Check this out. Look at all of these struts. Look, we've got 6 here. Oh my gosh, we've got another 6 here? The supernova point. So we can't see what the additional... It's really hard to control this, actually. We can't see what Shell 2 has, but you can see the name of several of the struts. That's neat. Confirm... Listen. Let's not get weird. Let's not sexualize Raiden too much.
Raiden,
Or
SEAL
do.
Team
That's
10
up
is
to you.
in.
Do we really have no line of communication with the SEALs?
They don't know a thing about
You
us.
made the Solid
You know
Snake
we work
in
the dark,
Fortnite
and this
joke
mission is no exception.
just so you
Only a
could
few
make
people know
the
about your
other
presence
guy
here.
from Fortnite joke.
There's
Yeah.
no need for concern. This operation is under Pentagon's direct command, and the NSTD
Oh, man.
came from the Vice President and the Secretary of Defense. Your mission may be top secret, but it's gone through the usual channels.
But hey, at least the gameplay's good, right? We've got this new additional node system, which is interesting. That adds another wrinkle because now you have to infiltrate a little
I'll
bit
go check the
more.
roof. I'll leave the first floor to you, okay? Understood.
You know, you have to go extra sneaky. Weird that they're tutorializing us so much, though. The pacing has taken a bit of a hit.
Colonel,
Wonder
I've
if that
located
will
the node,
continue.
but it's under heavy surveillance. I can't get in any closer.
Distract them. Try making some noise to draw their attention away.
Insecurity and rampant homophobia
Flatten
of the
yourself
90s and
against a
2000s
wall
sure brought
and hit
down a
the
lot of
punch
otherwise
button.
amazing things. Thank God today the world is way more accepting. Yep, could you imagine if gamers got irrationally angry and political over how a character looks? Oh my gosh. Yes, thank goodness we live in the far-off future where we've learned our lessons. Especially the gamers. Anyway, we've got another nerd here. Yeah, I know people have softened their tone on this game, and I do quite like it, but I don't think it's the masterpiece a lot of people make it out to be. I think it still has a lot of gameplay problems and writing problems. I do still quite like it.
There's somebody there.
No one here. The ab connecting bridge. Gotta connect those abs. But again, we've got some issues such as, you know, what's going on here. Where, man, the game sure likes just stealing control from me and having characters talk on the
Ryder, watch
codec.
out. There are sentries posted on the connecting bridge.
And I
They
get
will
this is
spot
supposed
you
to
if
be
you continue on
Raiden's,
course.
you know,
Any
first real op.
recommendations?
Use the hanging mode.
Hanging?
Face any waist-high railing and
But
push the action button to clear the
We
railing
already
and
have
hang
played
over
like
the side.
2.5 hours of the
Once there,
game.
you
I
can
don't
move
need
sideways
this,
while
Campbell.
keeping out of enemy sight.
All right, I'm giving it a try.
Don't forget the grip gauge.
Dual
will
layer,
keep
too.
decreasing during a
Oh,
hanging
we'll get
maneuver,
there.
And once it runs out, you will fall.
Raiden did get his vindication.
Copy
It just
that.
cost him an arm and a leg and another arm and another leg and a
Wait
torso and a
second.
lower jaw.
I just intercepted new
What could he
intelligence
mean by
on the
this?
operation being executed by SEAL Team 10.
Intercepted?
As I said before, they need to be kept in the dark about our presence.
So we just listen in.
I'm patching it through.
This is Alpha Zero. We have the president. Is he safe? He is safe. What about the package?
The
Tell the
package.
guys upstairs that we've secured the package. Easy money. Good work. Your retrieval is on the way. Come on home. Roger that. Holy! Alpha Zero, report. Damn it! Cover the president! Come in, Alpha Zero. This is Alpha Zero. We're under attack. This is crazy. Is that...
Oh,
Alpha Zero, respond. All Alpha, respond.
Raiden, the president's life is in danger. Head to Strut B now.
okay. But first, let's save.
What's up, Jack?
We've been through this. It's Raiden. You're gonna jeopardize the mission. Please, you two, communicate with each other.
Jack, do you remember what day tomorrow is?
There it is again.
That again. I'm sorry, but I still don't have a clue.
That's okay.
What is it, Rose? Talk to me.
I'd rather you figure it out. It's important.
Red flag.
How important?
Important enough? And we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Why not now?
Tomorrow seems more appropriate. I need all the help I can get so that I won't chicken out anyway.
Is that the reason you decided to be part of this mission? Okay, I'm gonna finish this thing by tomorrow,
So someone
no matter
that
what.
something
You
that
know
gets
I'll do
forgotten
everything
in
I
the
can to
rampant
help you.
DMC2 revisionism,
Rose, there's
besides
something I need you to do
that we quite
as an
liked the game
analyst.
at the
What is
time,
it?
is the
It
initial
has to do
response to
with Solid
DMC3
Snake.
Dante was
The leader of this
overwhelmingly
takeover
negative.
incident is
That's
claiming that
correct,
he's Snake
yes.
himself.
DMC2
A
was
legendary
actually very
mercenary?
popular at the time.
I
It
need as
sold
much
well,
data on him
sold
as
better than
possible.
3 did
Everything
initially.
they have on him after the Cheryl
Um,
Moses incident.
But then
He's
when
dead now, isn't he?
DMC3
Yes.
started to be
Should
shown
be a
off,
burial
people
record
actually
somewhere, too.
criticized
You should
Dante's
be able
look
to
because he
request
looked too
top-level
much like
security
Raiden
clearance
here.
from the Colonel. That should get us into the most classified material.
I'm
Yeah,
on it.
it's
I'll
it's
contact
pretty
you as soon
weird.
as I find out
MGS2 is very odd to talk about because of the time it came out and how people responded to it. And again, I feel like because the response to Raiden's design was so harsh initially, as was, as you mentioned, DMC3 Dante was also criticized for looking too feminine. We've kind of gone back and reanalyzed Metal Gear Solid 2 and realized that, okay, it's a good game with a lot of poignant themes and messages. But because of that, now we're not really allowed to criticize it. We're not allowed to point at the fact that, I mean, again, how many red flags has there been with the responses of Raiden and Rose so far? I don't know how many people here listening to me talk either in the moment or in the future will listen to this. I don't know how many of you people have been in a relationship or are in a relationship. But oh man, the way these two interact is so bad. It's awful. They need counseling. And I don't like that the game will kind of continue that trend, and that people will overlook several plot points as to why that is in the game, and, I don't know, construct something that just isn't accurate or true. We'll get to it when we get to it, but yeah. All that to say, as a game, as a video game, playing this as a teenager and playing this as an adult, I will say the way that Raiden and Rose interact with each other is jarring. It's grating. It's not a good way to be. Check it out. We got our grip gauge. But, is it really enough? Flipping over that railing, gonna take some doing. And that guy does not want to turn around.
Is there somebody there?
Yep, there's someone here. Oh, he kicked us.
It's the enemy. And
You don't need nothing. There we go. That's how you get past it.
Communications with the AB connecting bridge have ceased.
Nope, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, good thing that this series got a lot better at humans and their relationships, huh? Anyway, all that aside, so the pacing also, the game keeps sort of ripping control away from us as we just simply try to make our way through the AB connecting bridge. We really haven't gotten to cover much ground as Raiden yet, so it's good that now we're in this this shell that we're going to be able to explore, right? Much like Snake with the tank hanger, the game kind of just opens up and is freeform and lets you do whatever you... It's another cutscene. I took like 4 steps in a hallway and it's another cutscene. But hey, at least we got this Gray Fox hallway looking nonsense. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? That's very action-y. My god, he's got a big butt. Oh. Again, very reminiscent of Gray Fox. A ghost? Oh. That's not a ghost, that's a man. He's dancing. And he's got a knife. You might remember that shot being bloodier. It is much bloodier on the North American PS2 original release. Every subsequent version reduced the amount of blood that sprays out of that guy's neck.
What's going on? Alpha, respond!
Including the Japanese original release, which came out, I believe, only a few days after the North American version. Yes, there hasn't been a great ratio of cutscene to gameplay since we, submitted those photos of Rey. Thank goodness this would not be a problem going forward in this series at all. Oh. I don't think he was smooching that guy.
What are you?
Five today. Or rather, 6.
Yeah, vamp! Voiced by Phil Lamar. Very prolific voice actor. Yeah, really long cutscenes, but I mean, if they keep showing cool dudes like this, I mean, why not? Hey, speaking of cool dudes. Dressed similar to the other seals, but he's got different gloves and a familiar voice.
Strange smell. You smell like...
Who is...
It has to be.
Shoot him! What are you waiting for?
Don't think, just shoot.
Vamp,
Yeah, Queen?
are you all done cleaning up?
Yes, but wait till I tell you what I found.
Something interesting?
I'll tell you in person. Where are you?
In the central unit with the president.
Be right there.
He just pieced out. Yeah, so again, cutscene to gameplay ratio, not the best, but you know, there's some cool characters. There's also some characters that bounce off of each other in very grating ways, but
Hold on. I'm not an enemy. Calm down.
you know, why you being all tough guy about this, huh? Chill out a minute. This dude just like
My name is... My name is Pliskin. Iroquois Pliskin.
Oh,
Lieutenant
okay.
Junior grade.
Well, boy, you sure have a familiar stubble texture and voice actor, Mr. Iroquois Pliskin.
Are you a Navy SEAL? How did you get in?
Fast rope descent from a Navy chopper.
Is that why you have little bugs on you? Are they sky bugs in the helicopter? I saw those little bugs. I saw those little bugs when I... What are you looking at there?
That suit. Are you Foxhound?
That's right.
Foxhound was disbanded. Huh? Where were you before Foxhound? Delta Force?
I was part of the Army's Force 21 trials.
Force 21? That's about tactical IT deployment, right? Any field experience?
No, not really.
So this is your first.
I've had extensive training. The
Hey, we
kind
got the
that's
stock footage, though.
indistinguishable from the real thing.
Like what?
Sneaking mission 60. Weapons 80.
Hey, we've seen that menu. Look at that. We know what that's from.
But realistic in every way.
Realistic floating
For a true
geometric
grunt of the digital age,
objects.
That's just great.
That's far more effective than live exercises.
You don't get injured in VR, do you? Every year, a few soldiers die in field exercises.
I mean, we did have the idea to
There's
give me a
pain
shock
sensation
collar
in
for
VR, and
the
even
torture
a sense of
sequences.
reality and urgency. The only difference is it isn't actually happening.
That's the way they want you to think, to remove you from the fear that goes with battle situations. War is a video game. What better way to raise the ultimate soldier?
So you're saying that VR training is some kind of mind control?
That line read was a little awkward.
Right, what's going on?
I do
The
like
Alpha Team's
Quentin
Navy SEAL
Flynn's
10 is
performance
dead.
as Raiden.
No, a single survivor.
The kid's wired with nano.
Every now and then he says something a little weird, though. Yes, tactical
What
IT.
about the
Yes,
president?
Raiden was
Looks
part
like
of the
they took
Geek
him
Squad.
somewhere else.
I see. You said there was a survivor from SEAL Team
Do you think he
10?
had his,
Yeah.
what are they...
Lieutenant J.G. Pliskin.
Has he
What's
seen
the
your
joke?
face?
The,
What?
This is a top
the
secret
programmer
mission.
socks?
No
You think he's
one
got
can know
a
that
pair
we're
of those?
involved.
It's a little too late for that. What's up?
Take a look.
I don't like how much we're,
What the hell?
sexualizing
The
Raiden
Navy
here.
captain.
It's a little much. Oh. He's a little eepy.
You all right?
Give me a few minutes. Must have lost a few more pints than I thought.
What was that man just now?
Smoking, too. Huh?
That blood-sucking freak. That was Vamp. He's Romanian, a wizard with knives.
He's a
as you
wizard?
saw.
I thought he was
The
a
way he
vampire.
moved didn't seem human.
You won't see that in VR, I guarantee.
What is he?
One of the members of Dead Cell.
Dead Cell? Him?
A special forces unit created by ex-president George
George
Sears. The
Sears.
name was originally
Look, there he
intended
is.
to
There he
reflect
is.
its
Over to the
anti-terrorist
side.
functions.
See him?
The unit would launch
With his
unannounced
slicked back
assaults
white
on
hair
government
and his full
complexes
white
for the
beard.
ultimate
I
terrorism
guess he did have the
simulation.
beard as
They were
president.
needed to show VR troopers like you
I don't think
how
I
to
ever
deal with
noticed
the real
that, but I'm on a
thing.
much
But
larger...
around the time
See,
their
there you
original
don't really
leader
see the
died in
beard,
prison,
but it could
the
just be
unit
the
began
image
to
quality.
unravel. They were always close to the
There was a
end, but they
typo
became more
in
and
several
more
versions of the
extreme,
game where it
began
said
to go
Gorge
after US
Sears
allies, even
instead, but they
civilians.
did
We estimate
eventually
that
fix
no
that.
fewer than 100 people died as a result of accidents the Dead Cell arranged on their own.
Why
They were
does
out
he
of
go by
control,
Vamp?
and it all
That's an
came to a head
excellent
6 months
question.
ago.
Mayhaps
What
we'll
happened?
answer it in the future.
The unit was devastated. There are only 3 left now, and you just saw one of them.
Why would they go after the big shell?
How should I know? I told you they were on the lunatic fringe.
What about their leader? He says he's Solid Snake.
Snake died 2 years ago.
Then how come we saw
You
him
mean the
go
incident
up that
made this big
elevator?
shell necessary in the first place?
Right, and he was the one that sank that tanker.
But
Okay, a
he's a
couple
legend.
things to notice here.
Legends
This
are
is
usually
mostly
bad
footage,
news.
but
There's not a lot of
look at
difference
that.
between heroes
He's
and
got the
madmen.
FAMAs in that
Saying
sequence,
Snake is still
and
alive
there's
and
where he
pulled
runs
another
away
one?
from the water
No,
and
he's not
explosions
involved in
and
this
stuff.
one. His body was positively ID'd 2
Yep,
years
got the
ago.
FAMAs, which we never got in the game.
Snake is dead.
And here's,
And
yep, the
buried.
exploding sequence on the deck. Now, they don't
What
show
about the
where
other
he
soldiers?
allegedly fought
I
Ray
saw
on the
Russian
deck,
equipment
but
too.
Former Soviet military.
I know there's like
They're
an
probably
old photo
mercenaries.
of it from an older trailer or showing of the game.
The big shell is too much ground for just dead cell members to hold down. You weren't briefed on any of this? And you came in alone to boot? Why? What are you really doing here? Can't tell me, huh? Fine with me.
I don't smoke.
Keep it anyway. May come in handy. Take this too.
Oh? Is that a Special Operations Command pistol?
Come in, Alpha Zero. This is Bravo Zero. Currently at the bridge between
Why would you
Script
have
A
such a
and C.
thing?
The president is-
That's not a standard
Damn,
SEAL
we can't hit this thing. It's like some bad dream.
weaponry.
Alpha, anyone, come in, all Alpha. This is Bravo Zero.
Aren't you going to answer him?
I believe... I think at this point all of the sidearms in the U.S. military would have just been the M9.
The BC connecting bridge.
Not the tranquilized version, of course.
We need to get there. Can you handle it?
I need a few more minutes.
This Iroquois
Remember my
Pliskin is a very...
frequency.
Oh.
It's 141.80.
141.80, you say?
141.80. Got it.
I've been briefed on this plant's layout. If you need information on the place or about Dead Cell, contact me. You're using nano communication, right?
Yeah, but I can patch into your frequency.
Hey, what's your name?
Oh, this line. He's about to say... Made me
Raiden.
think he was 15 years old, but he's actually about
Strange code
30.
name.
Makes up for the boring one my parents gave me.
That line right there.
Maybe I'll find out someday.
I was convinced that Raiden was a teenager because who would say that other than a teenager? Here's my cool code name. It makes up for the boring name my parents gave me. Anyway. Oh, hold on. A couple goodies to get here. Yep, it is indeed the SOCOM. But let's go to 141.80.
He's asleep? How much longer is this guy gonna sleep? Wish I were that relaxed.
Meryl.
He's still sleeping.
Liquid.
Huh?
Liquid. Oh. Who could this man be? Anyway, let's save. Because, you know, we had so much gameplay that just occurred. We don't want to have to redo all of that gameplay progress. So we should get a safety save.
Jack, do you need to save?
Rose, are you okay?
Yes, thank you. It really scared me at first, but I think I've gotten used to it. I'll be behind you all the way, so don't worry.
I guess women really are strong.
Not quite. It's not women that are strong. It's me.
Just as long as I can count on you.
Actually, that's not true. It still scares me to death.
Oh.
I'll be strong. I'll try. For you. Good luck.
This fucking game, man. This dialogue sometimes. Oh, it's rough.